Hello and welcome to tonight's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, and an absolutely beautiful puzzle for our delectation tonight. It's called, is this 8 feet? It's 8 and then an apostrophe, by ICHTUES and Florian Wortmann. That's about 400 IQ points then have gone into creating this puzzle, and it's been recommended to us a lot, and apparently it was constructed in Switzerland, and I've got a picture that they took. The two of them met up in Switzerland. Here we go. You can see it's a slightly cloudy day, but incredibly beautiful. It actually makes me think about skiing. I have not managed to go skiing for the last couple of years. I don't know why, really. I've got no good excuse, it makes me think, look at it, it's absolutely gorgeous. That's fresh powder there, and I've no doubt that I would make a right fool of myself going through it, but I would like to try. Anyway, that's where this was set. And oh look, I've got another thing. Let's have a look at some of the comments on it, and you can see loads of people saying lots of comments on the break-in being incredibly clever, and these are zipper lines today. And I'll explain what those are in a moment or two, in case you don't know, and you've not seen zipper lines before. But these purple lines are zipper lines. A given 8, maybe that's what's referred to in the title, and 3 stars out of 5 for difficulty. Although I did notice one comment saying it was only a 2-star puzzle. We will make up our own minds in a moment or two's time when we do battle with it. And I don't have much news for you today, so an appeal. If you enjoy the channel, and the statistics tell us actually that more than, well over half of the people who watch any one of our videos at the moment are not actually subscribed to the channel, but they do seem to be regular frequenters of this corner of the internet where we admire logic and innovation greatly. So if you're not subscribed, please do consider subscribing. It helps to teach this algorithm about the wonders of variant Sudoku puzzles. And of course, subscribing to a YouTube channel is completely free. It costs nothing, and all it does is teaches YouTube what's popular. So we'd be very grateful. And other things, we've got our Sudoku Club over on Patreon for those of you who really like us. That's a couple of bucks a month and loads of extra content over there. But that's all. With that said and done, let's have a look at the rules of 8 by ICHTUES and Florian. They are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules apply, so we have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Digits may not repeat along the marked diagonal, so sometimes this is called the negative diagonal, because if we plotted a graph of y versus x, it would have a negative gradient. So those cells there have to be the digits 1 to 9 once each. Digits an equal distance from the center of a lavender line sum to the central digit of that line. So this is the zipper rule. So imagine this square here. I was going to make it an 8 for some reason. Let's make it a 7. If this was a 7, then those two digits have to sum to 7. So they could be 1 and 6, and then these could be 3 and 4. And that, I think, is a totally legitimate way to fill the line. And they are all the rules, believe it or not. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now, I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, I was going to share with you secrets about zipper lines, but I really only know one secret. The secret I know is that if we're going to put a 9 on a zipper line, it will always have to go in the central cell. In fact, maybe that's where we should start. Why don't we use the pen tool to put a circle in the middle of the... Yeah, so those are all the biggest digits on each individual zipper line, because they are the sum of the other digits, or 2 of the other digits, or in this case lots of the other digits on the zipper line. So those 2 plus, and those 2 and those 2, each individually, each of those pairs sums to this digit. So what I can see is that 9 in the bottom row is either here or here. And you can see that because if we did put 9 in the corner, once we added it to this digit, that's clearly not a 0, is it? Wherever this digit is, it's something, and it's going to add to that digit. So as there are no Sudoku digits bigger than 9, 9 is in one of those two positions. Oh, I see. Right, sorry, I've now understood something. What I should have done is to think about box 1 straight away. Where's the 9 in box 1? Now, I don't know the answer to that question, but I can tell you it's definitely in one of those 3 squares. And therefore it cannot be here, can it? Because we can't repeat a digit along this diagonal. So this can't be a 9 in the bottom row. So that is a 9. And then we have our first digit. And now we know that each of these other pairs along this line sum to 9. So maybe we exploit the secret. I don't know if we do, but I will tell you that that's where my brain's going. So let me explain. There is a secret of Sudoku. It's something I share with only my very favourite people. But if you're watching this video, of course you're one of my favourite people. And the secret is that any complete row of a Sudoku, so if we look at row 9, we know the sum of those digits in row 9 because, of course, the rules of Sudoku tell us that those cells contain the digits 1 to 9 once each. If we sum the digits 1 to 9 once each, we get the triangular number for 9, which is 45, and that is the secret. Now, we actually know the contents of this line sum to 36, because those sum to 9, those sum to 9, and those sum to 9, and we've got a 9 in the middle of the zipper line, so that's 4 lots of 9, 36. So these two squares also sum to 9. Which means, hang on, what does that mean? So if that corner digit was 8, say, that would be a 1, and that would be a 7. If it was 7, it would be a 2, and that would be a 5. How does that, is that actually telling me nothing then? I know those add up to 9. Oh, I'm feeling very stupid. Hang on, sorry. What is this saying to me? If that's a 6... Oh, okay, so it's not a 6. That's something it tells me. And that's weird. If that's a 6, this would be a 3, and that would be a 3. So it's not 6. If it's 5, this is... no, 5 works. 5, 4, 1 would work. Yeah, okay, but this has to be the biggest digit, doesn't it? Ah, yeah, okay. So this digit is... Because it has to be the bigger of these two digits, because it's in the middle of the zipper. And we know that this is the biggest digit on the zipper. So this square is 4... Sorry, this square is not 4. I'm just trying to type 4. It's 4, 3, 2, or 1. So that these add up to 9. But we know that this isn't 6 and this isn't 3. So it is a little bit restricted. And that square is therefore 7, 6... is that right? No, 7. If this, sorry, I'm still not getting this, am I? If this is 8, this is 1, this is 7. If this is 7, this is 2, this is 5. And if this is 5, this is 4, this is 1. So it's a weird collection of digits. And 9 in box 9, is that something we're meant to think about? No, that's a horrible question as well. Oh dear. Alright, so that I haven't really got very far there. I'm sorry. I imagine there's some maths we can do on that box, but let me just think about this a bit more first. No. Well, 9 in this box is perhaps worth just giving a moment's thought to, because it can't go on this zipper at all because the central cell of it can't be a 9. It can't go on the diagonal at all because of box 1's geometry and the fact there's a 9 pointing down the negative diagonal. So 9 is in one of 2 places only. Oh no, no, it can't be there, no, because it's already appeared on the diagonal. So 9 is in one of 2 places in box 5. Oh, or actually, I've had a different idea. Is it more about low digits on this diagonal? Because so many of them are the sum of other things. Oh, goodness me, Simon, that's appalling. I didn't think about this at all. I should have immediately thought about that. Where are 1, 2, and... Oh, can we put... Maybe we can put 3 on one of these funny V-shaped pentominoes. Well, we certainly can't put 3 here. Because 3 is the sum of 1 and 2, indisputably. That's the only way of summing to 3 using Sudoku numbers. So if this was a 1-2 pair, that cannot also be a 1-2 pair. But could that be a 3? And then those are 1 and 2 and those are 1 and 2? Maybe. Although... yeah, maybe that does work. The thing I was just mulling over there is if that's 3 and this is 1, 2 and this is 1, 2, where do you put 1 and 2 in this box? And you certainly can't put them in the circle, so they'd actually be a pair in those two positions. There's probably a reason that doesn't work, but I can't immediately grok what that is. So, alright, what I am comfortable saying then, definitely, indisputably, is that 1 and 2, oh, my phone's buzzing, no, that's fine, are not in any of the circles on the negative diagonal. If I put 1 and 2 there, how would I make this work? There's no way. We always need one of 1 and 2 in these two squares to make the correct total here. Even with 5 and this being 4, we needed the 1 there. So this is not a 1-2 pair, which means this square is 1 or 2. And one of 1 and 2 is here, and the other one is there, is in those two digits. They have to include a 1 or a 2. So right. What does that mean? I wish I knew. That digit is definitely in one of those two squares. I feel like that's important, but I can't immediately see why. Okay, let's think about 3 on this diagonal. That definitely can't be a 3. Could that be a 3? 1, 2, 1. 1, 2 here. I don't know, is the short answer. I'm coming back. I'm going to come back to thinking about the maths of this box. Surely there's something monumental we can say about this. I mean, one thing we could think about is that those digits all have to be on zipper lines. They are not the centers of their zipper lines. And there must be a way of mathematically thinking about this. I mean, oh, is it? It's not modularity, is it? A 3-cell zipper like this sums to 3x, doesn't it? And we know that because let's imagine this was x in the. Let's imagine that's x. These two sum to x, and those two sum to x. So overall, that line sums to 3x. Now we know this box sums to 45, which is also divisible by 3. So these digits are divisible by 3 as well. Those digits are divisible by 2. Because again, if this was y, that's y as well. So this is 2y, and this is 3x. So we've got 3x plus 2y plus blob equals 45. Blob being the technical term for this digit here. I mean, obviously there's 6 digits there, so one of those is at least a 6. So one of these is at least a 7. I don't know. This is very peculiar, actually. Oh, nearly. I nearly had an epiphany. That one can't be 3 anymore, for the most peculiar reason. If this was 3, remember the only way of making 3 is with 1, 2 pairs, and that would make this cell impossible to fill. Because if those are a 1, 2, they're different, and this cell sees both flavours of 1 and 2. So that's not 3. Oh, is this somehow important? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but that feels like, it feels like that's a little bit interesting. Now, if that, let me think about this again. If that's 3, it goes like this, doesn't it? Is there some issue with that? My brain is saying, yes, Simon, of course there's an issue with that. Yes, there is an issue with that, actually. The issue with that is difficult to see, but I think is clear. The issue with that is these squares can't be filled. What do I mean? Well, those two have to add to a single digit total. Now that's fine, they could be 4 and 5, but these two can't be anything useful there. They would be 6 and 7 at least, and that's making this very large indeed. So there is no way. Yeah, it's well, I tell you what I'm thinking is very clever about this, is that the way you eliminate digits along this diagonal, they're all different ways. Let's get rid of that green. Like the way you got rid of 3 from here was completely different to the way you get rid of 3 from here. That certainly can't be 3 because we can't have several 1s and 2s. So 3 is now here, or, oh I see, or it's the other digit down here. Right, okay, let's think about this one. Why is that 3 or why is it not 3? If it's 3, those are 1s and 2s. Is that... No, that's wrong. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Remember there is a 1 or a 2 in one of these squares on the negative diagonal. I don't know which one. It doesn't matter which one. It's going to fall foul of the same problem here, with this being a 1-2 pair. So whichever one of these is a 1-2 pair... Well, the point is, both that's a 1-2 pair and that's a 1-2 pair. So neither of these could be 1-2 if this is 3. There we go. Right, so this isn't 3, 3 is in here, so these are from 1, 2 and 3, and one of these is a 3. And now, now is it 4? Is that where we go next? Oh, it might be, it might be. Well, that certainly can't be 4. because if that's 4, we have 1-3 pairs in here. And each one of these contains a 3, which means neither of those can contain a 3, and that doesn't work. Because I know there's a 3 in one of those, so that's not 4. So 4 can't be here. The thing about 4, it's a bit like 3, it only has one pair of digits. Oh, double 2. Hang on, I didn't think of that. This can be double 2, can't it? I just didn't think of it. Oh, right, that is a big... That's a really interesting thought. Actually, that's going to make... That's going to make all sorts of things possible. Did I miss... No, I didn't miss anything with the 3 logic. 3 can only be 1 and 2, but 4 could be double 2. So I don't think I can get rid of 4 from here anymore. If this is 4, and one of these pairs is 1-3, and the other is double 2... then the one that's 1 and 3 could have a 2 here. Yeah, we could be in that sort of world, couldn't we? I don't think Yeah, I don't immediately see why that doesn't work. So that I think actually I'm wrong. I think that could be 4. This definitely can't be 4. Because if the digits have to be different, I mean, well, there's many ways we could see it, but the minimum value of those digits would be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they represent 2 lots of this. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. The minimum value of this is 5. It's not 4. And the same is true here. The minimum value of that is 5. So 4 is in either this position, or this position. Now, how on earth are we meant to determine which of those is 4? Maybe we're not. Maybe... I'm not sure. I'm not sure. There's a virtual 1, 2, 3 triple in this box, because these 2 cells are from 1, 2, and 3, and one of these is 1 or 2. So everything else in this box is higher than 3. So this digit is at least 4. I mean, that's a terrible pair. I'm just trying to see if it's doing anything. This digit is therefore 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Okay, that's not it either, is it? Wow, what a clever puzzle. I will definitely say that. This is not... Yeah, this is not that easy, I don't think. Is there some issue with... Yeah, I still don't think I've ever got to the bottom of the maths of box 1. I think there's something going on. I mean, this one, that one's not really under pressure, is it? I can see it's not 3. But why couldn't it be 4? I mean, this one might be able to be 4 with these being 1s and 3s. That would make those a 1-3 pair in box 1. Is that... Oh, no, hang on, that does... They're on this... Ah, hang on. Ah, sorry, I've just realised something. Yeah, they're in the same position on the zipper, aren't they? So what I mean is that they are adding up to this digit. So maybe I do have to be a little bit careful. So if that's 4, then... But the problem is, I'm not sure again. I can see that it's not possible these are a 1-3 pair in that instance. Because what that's going to do by Sudoku, given these can't be 1s and 3s, is it's going to put the 1-3 pair here, which makes this a 4. So if this is 4, it has to be a sort of 1-3 pair in one instance and then a 2 in the other instance. And that's going to plonk 2 in one of those squares. But as these are different, I don't think it causes much of a kerfuffle. So I don't see why that can't be 4. I might be wrong, and I'm not sure I'm wrong. I mean, it might end up being 4, but I don't see at the moment why it's forced to be 4 or not forced to be 4. Yeah, maybe it's to do with difficulties with things like 8s. Like 8 is a weird digit in the sense that the moment you put 8, if you try to put 8 in the top left corner, for example, you then can't put 4 on the wings of its zipper because 4 would always partner up with another 4. So if that's 8, 4 would have to be in one of those. Or maybe it's the secret. If that's I'm jumping around a bit, as you can tell now. If that's 9, those add up to 27. So these add up to 18 by the secret. That's probably it. Oh, okay. Okay. Perhaps there is a floor on the value of this then. Yeah, that's something I haven't thought about. Okay, if this is 5, then that's 15. These have to add up to 30. And even if that's 9, yeah, that doesn't work. Right, okay, so there is a bit of maths to be done. It's just not maths I'd considered. So if this is 5, we know this line sums to 3 lots of 5, 15. These sum to 30. Even if I make this a 9, that segment of the line sums to 2 lots of 9, which is 18. That would make this a 12. So this is at least 6, and we might be able to do better than that. If it's 6, we've got 18. That doesn't work, because if this is 18, I need this to be 9 in order to make this a single-digit total, but it would actually be 2 9s here, because this would be 18, and that would need to be a 9. So it's not 6. So this is 7, 8, or 9, this square. Okay, so perhaps we have to think it through like this. If this is 7, this is 21. These are 24, but this can't be 8. So could it be 6, or does it have to be 9? What did we say? We said 21, 24. If this is, oh, it's certainly got to be 9 in that instance. So if this is 7, 21. 18, this is a 6. Now is that impossible? 7, 9, 6. It would be quite interesting, because we haven't, if in that instance we haven't put 8 in a circle, so 8 would have to go on the 9 zipper and would have to be here. 8, 1 would be how that would have to look. And then this 7 would have to be 2, 5, and 3, 4. Okay, and that works. Wow, I'm not sure that's not right then. Okay, let's try 8 in the corner. Does that lead to anything strange? If this is 8, we've got 24 on this zipper line. So these are 21 now. Now, if this is 7, it doesn't work. Because that would be 2 lots of 7, and that would be the 3rd lot of 7, so we get 2 7s. So if this is 8, that has to be either 9. Oh. Well, that's interesting. So what I'm saying, I don't think this can be 9. It gets too big, because I think that makes this 3, which I didn't think it could be. Let's just go through that. If this is 8, we've got 24. If this is 9 now, we've got another 18. So this is a 3, but we know that's not a 3. We proved that earlier. So that can't work. So if this is 8, this can't be 9 or 7. It would have to be 6. Now, does that work? 24 and 12 is 36. Oh, that would be 9. 8, 6, 9. Does that not? Is that okay? Where do you know? Okay, so you'd have to put 3 and 5 would have to be one of the options on here, with 1 and 7. And this would be a 2, 4 pair. And does that do any damage down here? I don't think so. Okay, so that's possible, I think. So what was that? That was 8, 6, 9 here. And the other option was 7, 9. How did it work? 21. Oh, 7, 9, 6, I think it was. 20, yeah, 7, 9, 6. So maybe this is a 6, 9 pair. If that's 9, then we've got 27. So we need 18 from here. Oh, bobbins, that's bad. So if this is 9 and this is 7, that could be 4, I think. And I don't think I was able to disprove 4. 9. So what? 9, 7, 4, 9, 6, perhaps 27. Oh no, double 6 doesn't work, weirdly. Because if this is 9, that's 27. This has to be 18, so we can't split it into 6 here and then 6 there, because we'd repeat the 6 on the diagonal. So 9, 5 would be 27, 37. Oh no, 8. Good grief. And what about 4 here? Maybe 4 can go there as well. 9, 27, and 8. No, 4 can't go there. So there's an absolute welter or wealth of possibilities along this diagonal. I've really done very poorly indeed at limiting them. Oh, bit defender. No, go away. Go away. Oh. No, I don't want to look at bit defender. Sorry. Isn't that annoying when things pop up and you can't get rid of them, even when you click the X on them? That's just infuriating to me. Right, okay, so I've got to do more thinking. What's it going to be? What's my bet? Well, okay, so now I know that 4 on the negative diagonal has 2 positions only. It's either here or here. Maybe there's a reason it can't go here to do with these 2 digits. I don't know what that reason is, but I'm going to explore that again. I worked out, didn't I, that if this was 4, these couldn't be a 1-3 pair, because it would break the 3's existence in these 2. So one of these would be double 2, one of these would be 1-3, but I wouldn't know the order. The one that was 1-3 would force the 3 into the other position. So if this was 1-3, this would be 3, and this would be 1 or 2. And this would be double 2. And if that was double 2, that would make this one, that would put 2 in here, and that would have to be 2, 5, and 7 here. I'm not sure, sorry. Maybe it's this one then. It can't, it's missing 1 or 2, isn't it? I really don't think this is... Oh, well, no, it is under pressure, I see. No, it is, I'm wrong. Yeah, because these digits all have to be different, this one has suddenly come under pressure. i.e., this can't be 5 anymore, because these would have to be 1, 4, and 2, 3, and this would break. It can't be 6 anymore, because these would be 1, 5, and 2, 4, and this would break. So that digit is at least, well, it's 7 or 8. Now, I'm sure that does something. I can't remember if one of the options, well, any option up here that had 7 and 8 on it is now removed, but I can't remember. I mean, that's a huge thought, isn't it? I think I'm going to have to read, because I can't remember what the options, how the options were, but I think now I'm of the view these are under much more pressure than I'd realised. So let's think that through again. So if this is 7, we know we've got 21 here, so we've got 24 here. So this has to be 9. So we go 7, 9, 6. Now, then this is 8. This is 5 in the corner. And that would be 4. And that's how that diagonal would look. Okay, so that works, unfortunately. Now, if this is 8, we've now got 24 here. We need 21 here. We know this can't be 3, so this can't be 9 in that instance. So if this is 8, we know we can't put 7 on the diagonal, or 5 actually. Oh, 8 can't work. If this is 8, this can't be 9. The only thing it can be now is 6. So we get 24 here. Oh, I see, we get 6 and 9. Oh no. 8, 6, 9. No. That's very bad. 8, 24, 12. Why doesn't this must be broken for some reason? I don't know why. Oh, bobbins 8. Bobbins. All right, if this is 9, we're on 27. Okay. We know this can't be 8. If it's 7, then this is 4. No. Otherwise, there was another option that worked here, though, wasn't there before? If this was 9, 27, how did it work? We need 8. That can't be double 6, so maybe it was with 5 here. Yeah, 5, 8 was how it worked. Now that doesn't work anymore, because 5, 8 and this square would make this impossible to fill. So we're in this world. And is that in any way helpful? It's extraordinary, but I'm not sure it is. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I've been able to eliminate anything there. So again, it comes, I still think, if this is 4, I would have to put 2 2s on here. So 2 would be in one of those positions. And this 4 only worked with 9 here, didn't it, I think? Oh, is that... Oh, gosh, that's very complicated. But that might not work with a 7 here. So maybe this can't be 4. Okay, so the way I'm seeing that, and this is really complicated, is the following. If this is 4, this has to be... Well, can it be a 1-3 pair? No. Because 1 and 3 would go here, they would add up to 4, and we're not putting 4 into this square. So the only way this could be 4 is if one of these pairs, either that one or that one, is double 2. Now you can see what that's going to do is it's going to pop a 2 into one of these squares in box 1. Now, can that work? So we're in a world where this is 4. The only way that worked, I think, was where this was 9, so these are 27, 31, so this is a 7 to give 14 for those squares. But you can see, because this is 9, it needs to be a 2-7 pair here, and that's impossible. So this cannot be 4. I mean, that's super complicated. It's really interesting, actually. Full stop, it's really interesting. The reason that we have to persevere with this now, though, obviously, is now I have proved this is 4 on this negative diagonal. And now we know that this is not a 1-3 pair. Because then we break this. So these are from 1, 2, and 3, and one of these is double 2, and one of these is 1, 3. I don't know the order. But I now know that 2... Oh. So if this is 7, I can't put 3 on this line. And if this is 8... Oh, I don't know. So I still not know things. I mean, there's many things I don't know. I know there's like a weird thing going on with threes, don't I? I know, do I know one of, no, I don't know one of those is a 3. I know either there's 3s up here or there's 3s up here. Oh, I'm so close now, I think, to cracking this. Oh, where's 5 on this diagonal? Aha! Boom. That's it. Right. So that's 5, that's 4, that's 1. Now I think we're away. What a clever puzzle. Good grief. Okay, and why do I think we're away? Well, it's because I now know this is a 2-3 pair. And if I know that's a 2-3 pair, well, what do I know? I know that's a 1, I suppose. That's probably what I know, is that this is a 1. Yeah, that's lovely. This can't be 7 now, because 7 would, given it couldn't be 1-6 or 3-4, it would only have 2-5 left, just the various ways of making its total work. So that's 8, which means I've got 6, 7, 9 here. We'll think about the order of that in a minute, because this now, we must be able to do this, because we know what, yeah, 1-7 is not possible, so this is a 9-7 pair. And one of these is 2-6, one of them is 3-5. But we know that 2 is not in those positions. So this is 2-6. This is 3-5. I'm sure we know more. Just give me a second. I feel that we've had a little bit of an epiphany recently. We might have to revisit the options for this again now to see whether or not it's clear, whether all of these are really still possible. 3 is in one of those, so whichever one of these is 3 is going to cancel 3 out. So imagine that's a 3, it means this is a 1-2 pair, and if that's a 3, this is a 1-2 pair. 2 in the bottom row, where is it? I definitely know there's a 2 on each of these, in each of these dominoes. So 2 is not here, so 2 is over there, which means 7 is in one of those 3 squares. And if you're saying that's true but useless, unfortunately, I would take your point and agree with you. Bobbins, okay. Oh dear. Alright, so we are going to have to revisit this, I think. Now, how did it work? We now know that 6 is one of these digits. So if that's 6, that's 9, and that's 7. Does that work? 21 and 12. No, that doesn't. This can't be 6 anymore. I think maybe that could only be 6 in the version where that was 8, which we've ruled out. So this is a 7-9 pair, and that's 6. Right, but I don't know if we know the order. We must know the order. I just want to think about that again, actually. Let me just think about that again. Am I wrong? If that's 6... Well, if I trust my pencil marks... I mean, there's no point in doing all of that earlier work if we don't trust it, but I'm just slightly concerned now. If that's 6, that seems to have to be 9. 12 and 9 is 20. Yeah, that was associated with 8. It was associated with this being an 8 in the corner. So that is definitely not 6, which means this is 7, 9. That is 6. That does seem logical. Now... oh, and see, now we could have double 3 in one of these. Well, we couldn't have double 3 there, because one of these is a 3, and that would stop that. But we could have double 3 here. Otherwise, we're looking at a situation where these are from 1, 2, 4, and 5. Now, 1 is impossible into those squares, so this is not a 1, 5 pair. So it's either a 2, 4 pair, or it's double 3. But this could be 2, 4 or 1, 5, I think. And we must know the order of this now, mustn't we? 21 and 18 is 39. That feels right, so it can't work the other way as well. 27 and 14 is, yeah, that doesn't work. So we're in a world where this is 7, this is 9, this 7, oh, well, where's 8 in the box? 8 has to be here. So this is 1. So this isn't 1, so this isn't 5 on the 6 zipper. 8 by Sudoku is over here. And these squares are a 2, 5 pair and a 3, 4 pair. And somehow or other, this is really weird because I've almost used all the zippers and I've almost used all of the... I've almost used everything. And I very much have not finished the puzzle. What's going on? Is it... I don't know, actually. Can that be 8? No. So 8 is in one of those two positions. Where's 8 in the bottom row? It's not here by Sudoku. It's actually not there because that would be a 1. So 8 is not in any of those squares. That can't be 8 because that would be a 1. If that was an 8, oh, that would be a 1. Bobbins. If that's an 8, that's a 1. Right, so 8 is in one of these two positions. Oh no, 8's here. Ah, don't ignore. Do not ignore given digits. Yes, I never see the given digits. So the 8 in the bottom row is there, and that's 1. This isn't 1, so that isn't 3. Okay, now I've now got 2 in one of these squares, which means 7 is in one of these squares. Now, 7 is also in one of those squares, so 7 is in one of these squares. Can that be 7? That would be 2. Well, I don't know. Maybe it can be. I'm not sure. It feels... Oh, no, it's much better. I can do Sudoku. It is 7. Well, that's huge. That's really powerful. Because I could see it was going to do business if it was true, but it is. Because now neither of those is 2. And this is 2 in the bottom row, so that's 7. So this is 7. This is 9. Can we keep that going? Yeah, 9 is in one of those two cells. 9 is in one of these two cells. This 2 is looking here, so this is 6. This is 2. That's not 2 anymore. These have to add up to 6, and the only way they can do now is by being 5 and 1. So, oh, yeah, 1 is there on the right. So that's 3 on the 4 arrow. This is double 2. That's 3, that's 2, and we have done this diagonal. That was not straightforward. It's really clever, but not straightforward. That's 3, 5, at least not for me. I hope there's not been too much shouting at me for being dim. There could have been. I'm well aware. Right, that's 3 in the bottom row. That's 6. We need 9 and 5 into these squares. Let's put those in. Now, do we get... That's not 5 anymore, so that's not 2. That's not 2 anymore from this, so that's not 5. So this is the 3, 4 pair. So this is the 5, 2 pair. 5 is in one of those two squares by Sudoku. Singular failure to type it correctly, but it is true. That 5 means this is 5 and this is 9. So 9 is in one of those 3 squares. Now, 2, 3, 4 and 6. So that's a 6 by Sudoku in box 2. This is a 2, 3, 4 triple. And that's not 2. And if that's a 2, 3, 4 triple, this is an 8, 5 pair. If that's an 8-5 pair, that's a 3-4 pair, and that we can do. Now, what does all that mean? I don't know. This can't have 3 options though, because this has only got 2 options. That can't be 4 anymore. Let's get rid of that. So this is 2 or 3. I don't know. 1, 6, 7, 8. So this is 6, 7, 8. Yeah, where's 1? In row 6, it's there. So this is 6 or 8, and this is 7 or 8. And I feel like I've done a lot of 1s in the puzzle, but I can't actually finish them. I've got a sort of X-wing of 1s left on the right-hand side. What about 2s then? Can we do better with 2s? I have got a lot of 2s. But 2 seems to have 2 positions left in these 2 boxes. All right, let's try 3s. Oh, 3s. No, I don't think I can do those either. You rotten old puzzle. All right, maybe row 4? 1, 4, 7, 9? Yeah, that's a bit restricted. That's only 4 or 9. 4, 7, 9. Oh, I don't really want to pencil mark all of those options. That's too many things. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. This square is limited. 5 or 6. It sees 3 or 4 in the column. Okay, maybe box 9. I'm running out of ideas here. 6, 7, 9 into those positions. Now, can anything be removed? I really don't think it can. We just don't know enough about Sudoku, do we? Have I not used a line? Is there some line bubbling along? Oh, well, let's use this column. 4, 6, 7. Yeah, that's 4 or 6. That's 6 or 7. And that is 4, 6 or 7, of course. Now, is this somehow restricted? 7 in this box is restricted. It's there. So, does that do things? Really not very much, I suspect. Unfortunately. This column... Oh, 3. I've got a 3, 4 pair. I didn't see that in this column. So 8 and 9 I've not put in. This is an 8, 9 pair. You'd think that would be... you'd think that would be really good. It's not colouring or something, is it? Hang on, let me just think about that. That digit's the same as that digit. That digit is different. Well, no, that really didn't go anywhere, did it? Unless... Oh, I see. No, it does. That's it. Ah, it's lovely. It's lovely. This can't be 3. Because of where 3 would go in this box. It would go there and knock 3 out of here. So that has to be 4. That's really clever. I should have seen that more quickly as well. But this puzzle has basically constantly foxed me. Right, that's now 6 by Sudoku. So that's 8. That's 6. And we might be back in business again now. That seems to have to be 9. I've not put 3 in this box, so I ought to. And now in this column, what do we need? 5 and 6, isn't it? Okay, well, let's hope it is. That's 5 and 6. So this is 7 and this is 4. So this is no longer 7. And this must be doing things. We've got 5, 8, 9 here. Oh no, 5, 8, 9. I think we're still sort of chocolate teapotted a bit by that. And 1, 4, it's snooker maximum there. 1, 4, 7. 1 comes out of here. 4 comes out of here. Good grief. Okay, but if that's right, if that's 4, that's 2 by maths on this thing. So that's 4. That's 3. And now hopefully, well, really hopefully, because I don't see what else we can do. We've got 1, 2 and 8. Ah, where's the 2 in the top row then? That's 2. And this is a 1, 8 pair. So that's 8, that's 1. Now this is 1 by Sudoku. And this 8 is doing something. Yeah, that's putting an 8 here. That's good. Any win for the goodies we're very happy with. We're very happy to accept. Now, what do we need here? 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's a naked single. And that 4 is meaning that's disambiguating my 4, my 7, my 9, my 6, my 7. Yeah, my 6, my 5, my 5, my 9. My 9 goes here. Now these squares are 3 and something. 3 must be there, 7 must be here. Okay, now, oh yeah, the 9's doing it. 9, 8, 8, 5, 5, 6. Wow, that's a very, very interesting puzzle. Far harder than I expected. I have to say, far harder than I expected. I am a bit worried that there was some quick way I could have removed option. I think there might be some maths on this box I haven't got to the bottom of. But I will say it's a beautifully set thing, because the constraint on this diagonal arising out of the same shaped lines is weird and wonderful. And even though I think I had the right idea, I think it was about low digits on this diagonal, actually working out that the 4 had to go here had the devil's own job doing it. That's very, very nice. Okay, let's get rid of the colouring from there. Let's see if it's right. Yes. Yes, it's had quite a few solves as well, which it fully deserves. And now, hopefully, it'll get a lot more. Let me know in the comments how you got on with this. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.